Hey, what's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome to our second episode of Monster Train. Here we're finishing up the run from our first episode where we kind of went over all the basics and how to play this game, the mechanics of it. So if you haven't checked out that video, please do go ahead and check out that one, so that way you're not lost on this one, as we are going to move a bit faster than our first video. So here we go. So on this floor, we can go in left or right. The vortex will allow us to purge cards. As we learned in the first episode, we can purge cards for gold, but this is free. We can also improve our units or restore health. We're at full health, so that doesn't really help us at all. You can forge our spells, grab extra gold, gain a Hellhorn unit. So the ones down in the middle here, remember, we can choose both ways, and we do get a free upgrade to our champion, which is super nice. Now, even though I can't heal up the pyre, I still think I'm going left. I do want to take out those last two train stewards because we only have two of those left. And I do want to forge our units because we have a few units that we really want to get bonuses on. I don't really care for the Hellhorn units. Honestly, we're pretty close to being set on units. Really, I just want spells because the units we have are really good. And if we upgrade them, they will carry us through the rest of the run. I don't really have any spells yet that I'm looking to upgrade, and we're decent on gold. We could always be higher, but in the early floors, you know, we don't really get that much. So let's first start off by taking these train stewards out. These are not doing us any favors at all. It's just dead draws. They're not dead draws. They work, but they're not great. So let's go ahead and forge units, and let's see what we get. Okay, so upgrading unit with plus 10 is fantastic because we can give it to our multi-striker. Now, instead of dealing 9 damage, it'll deal 39 damage. And this doesn't work if you're coming from, look, I'm going to make a lot of references to Magic the Gathering because that's where I came from. This does not work like Double Strike in Magic the Gathering. If the first attack does kill an enemy, it will go on to the next enemy. It doesn't just stop there, whereas if you don't have Trample, that's the only way it'll carry over. This will actually just straight carry over. Very much like that. Very much like that. I'm not super crazy about this plus 25 health. Obviously, we have tanky units, but we actually only have the Thorn Hollow, and he already gets a huge buff. It would start him higher, so instead of him starting at 15 with a 55 deficit, he would start at 40 at a 55 deficit. Not, or actually, it would be more than that. It would be 70. But I'm just going to reroll. I'm going to see what else we can get. Ooh, this one is... So the problem here, I really like this, but the problem here, if you think about it, our Thorn Hollow has 3 capacity, and our Sentient has 3 capacities, and this bringing it up to 6 means that our capacity of 5 is going to be full. So I actually can't do that. So unfortunately, I can't actually do that on any of these, which kind of sucks. Unless I did something like that, but then we also can't put that there. So unfortunately, we can't really do that. So I think I'm just gonna... increase this Animus of Will again. Just get that as strong as possible. And then, you know what? I said I wasn't going to, but I'm going to. Alright. We could heal, but there's nothing to heal. And upgrade our champion. So basically the way upgrading works, there's an actual tree that you can basically build on your champion, and there's 3 trees. So when you start at the run, we had the choice of 2, right? We had the Spikes 10, and then we had the Rejuvenating Cultivate build. And there was a 3rd build there, which we actually didn't even get to see. So the way that it works when you upgrade is we have Bristling 2 right there. That's the one we chose. And we could have gotten either the one that we already turned down, which is the one we see here, or that 3rd option that we didn't even get to see. So unfortunately, we don't get to see what that 3rd option was. But I'm just going to continue building up the Bristling here. We could go with Cultivating. Cultivating would be kind of cool. Oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna go with this. The reason I'm changing my mind here is because Cultivate with that Animus that has multi-strike 2 is going to be deadly. It is going to kill things so fast. Enemy units enter with spell shield 2. That's fine. We only have a couple shield spell. Basically, shield spell protects from damage of a spell. So like our torches or our AoE spells, but that's not really a super big deal. So for 150 gold, I'm going to take it. We're going to go through on this challenge. All right. So we already knew that. And luckily, hey, we got our multi-striker. So let's go ahead and build this up. We're going to go ahead and restore here. Now, it does do it at the end of the turn because it was already at full health. But we're going to get a little bit of extra damage there. Then we can set up our Thorn Hollow here on the second floor. So you can see how deadly the thing's gonna be. 3 hits like that is no joke. Is no joke. So you can see it went from 23 attack to 25 attack, and that is permanent. So unlike Rage, where Rage stacks, basically 1 stack is taken off every turn, and each stack of Rage is 2 attack. This just stays on there. So this thing is solid for the rest of the game. I'm gonna set up my Animus here, and we'll set up another Animus on top, so that way basically if anything makes it to the top, because it's quick, it should be able to kill it pretty easily. Let's set up some more restores here. Basically, the more regen we have, it makes it so that every turn we're going to consistently be healing, which means we're going to be cultivating, which means that that Animus is going to get real big. And I'm going to put the Fledgling Imp here. The reason I'm putting it here is just because we get into an end game where the Sentient dies. It's 1 extra hit before the Animus gets hit. So we're basically just protecting this, because if this thing gets 1 hit in, I mean, look how much damage we're doing. Although I did kind of screw this up, because now this thing is going to get cultivated on. So we might end up killing our own unit in the future. We'll see. I kind of screwed that up. But it's whatever. All right, so let's start setting up some regen there. Our runs look, runs are never going to be perfect. Sometimes you can go and sit through and, you know, plan everything out perfectly, but sometimes you just want to have a kick-ass run. All right, let's see here. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm literally just going to kill off our own unit. Let's go ahead and heal here. We'll heal here again. Oh, it's triggers when damaged? Oh, my bad. I thought it was triggers when healed. All right, see, and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of mechanics to remember in this game, so you'd be forgiven if you confuse a couple. I still do, and it's been a couple. I've spent a couple months with this game, right? But look how big the. Oh wait. See, even I get confused with stuff. Triggers when damage, cultivate 1, increases. But it didn't get stronger. Oh, because of rage. Wait. Yeah, because of rage. Okay. We're getting there. Like I said, a lot of mechanics. Okay, let's go ahead and regen this guy up, build a bunch of stacks of spikes, and call her a day there. All right, so here we go. And boss is dead. Don't even have to do anything. See, I mentioned it in the first episode. It's like, it kind of just takes all the drama out. Like, you just know the boss is dead. You can just hit end turn and move on. Okay, cool. So we got our win. We got our extra bonus. Well, if we didn't get the bonus, we would have lost. Consume, apply spikes 4. Consume, apply quick, or add 3 sting spells to your hand. Okay, so sting spells are basically just right there. They cost 0, they deal 10 damage to the front enemy unit, and we draw 1 extra card next turn. I'm gonna take this quick because I want to give it to my multi-striking Animus. Deal 5 damage, apply rage 7. Deal damage you go to the front equals to the amount of armor on friendly units. Well, we don't have any armor. Rage 7 is really good. Deal 5 damage. The question is, how much health does our Animus have? Has 8. So, one of the things that this may come back to bite me in the butt. Sometimes... Okay, I stand corrected. Yeah, we're going this way. Because I want to... Yeah, we're duplicating this thing. Like, sometimes, I was going to say, sometimes you put your eggs in one basket a little bit too much, but now because we have 2 of those, we're going good. Non-boss enemies have multi-strike. Okay, so ones like this you want to be careful of, because you can, like, some of these guys have really high attack. Yeah, so like this here, stealth 8 with multi-strike is really, really gross. Something that I don't want to deal with. So although artifacts are powerful, I don't want to deal with that. That is something that could end your run if you are not prepared for it. So we're not going to do it. So we're going to set up like we did before. Ooh. Yes. Let's get a kill and we increase... Here we go. Let's set up a restore there. We increase our floor space so we can actually get another Animus on that floor. Let's go ahead and put up our Thorn Hollow. And the question is, do I actually want to? I think I kind of do. That's literally so much damage. That's literally so much damage. We can put our quick unit back here and call our day. Like this is just gonna shred everything. So I actually don't want to apply quick here because I want these things to get bigger, so I want our sentient to take damage. It's a little backwards. Let's go ahead and heal up here. Let's set some regen up there. Might as well burn this because our units are literally just going to get more health as we cultivate them up. So there's literally like no downside. Wait, why is this unit taking damage? Oh, okay. See, okay. So I actually have to do this a little bit differently. I actually have to give this thing quick. The reason being, I missed that this character or this enemy has sweep and it's going to attack all our units. And so because it says 3 health, it's going to deal 3 damage to everything, which would kill this back unit. So by giving it quick, it's going to kill off these units. I stand corrected. It still died, but the back enemy died. So, yeah, like I said, we don't always plan everything out perfectly, but we'll make it through the run. Let's see. So I'm going to actually heal this thing up a little bit because I don't want to run into that situation again. Go ahead and set up another heal and a regen. Just go ahead and kill the healer. Might as well. Call her a day. A brief respite. Okay. Let's set up our quick unit down here. And honestly, there's not much else we can do. We'll just set up a couple extra layers of spikes in case we get that far. Another thing that I could potentially do, it actually doesn't work that much. Okay. So, basically, this is why this enemy sucks and why we might actually be screwed here because I set up really poorly. Stealth 8, so it can't be a target in combat for 8 turns. That's pretty rough. So obviously we're getting 70 damage in, but that 70 damage is literally all coming from attacking the sentient. So that being said, we can probably set up to win on the next floor or even the floor after. But we can't even attack back. And I can't put anything else down to absorb an attack. So I don't think regenning is actually going to do anything. So because of that, I'm going to spend all my time on this floor here. I'm going to buff that unit. And this is the most damage that I can do. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so our first floor is going to die. That's the first time that's happened, but that's fine. See, we haven't even gotten an attack in yet, and we still didn't. Okay, so this thing still has stealth 1, I believe. Nope, it's actually unstealth, but we do get the kill. We can go ahead and just straight up do 50 damage. Right? We can heal 10, it deals 5x. That's 50 damage right there. Heal up, get a bunch of spikes, and just kill this thing. So like I said, even though the planning wasn't perfect, even knowing what the boss was, sometimes you can still save it. Yeah. Alright. What do we want here? Restore 1 health, gain 1 ember, drop +1 next turn. So basically this engraft is free. Healing spells cost -1 on this floor. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 10 times the amount of spikes on friendly units. That's pretty good. That's just a straight up removal spell. We could get the engraft, but the engraft only really works on our Thorned Hollow, so it's not that good. So I'm actually going to take the Bramble Ash. Send a unit and apply Daze 2. Summon a random consume card to your hand or apply Fragile Multi-Strike to a unit. Well, we can't actually use that. So we're down to these two. We're not really consuming anything. So do we want to... I don't think we really care for this. Basically, it would take either one of our units or one of... Well, our units would be pretty bad because this card... Excuse me, this card dazes. But we could... basically push an enemy unit up a floor, which seems bad, but it applies Daze 2, so we can't actually do anything for 2 turns. I'm actually not a big fan of it. I'm just going to take the 10 gold. Like, it's a nice utility card to have access to, but because it dilutes our deck just a little bit, basically these roguelike card, like deck builders, you want them to do the same thing every game. Unless you have a card that has a lot of card selection, which there are certainly decks that do that. I think this time we're going to go to the right. Like, we could forge, but we've kind of already forged our best cards already. So I do want to purge a couple cards. I'm actually going to purge these torches now. These torches do nothing. We're not really a spell deck. We're more of a creature, a unit-based deck. So let's see what here. Upgrade spell to gain holdover. So basically, when a holdover's card is played... This card is placed on top of your draw pile. So if there's a card you want every turn, that is perfect to have. Is there a card we want every single turn? That one seems like one we would want every single turn. Especially when we do this. When we make it restore 20. Yes, I would very much like to do that. What can we... Let's make this cost 1. And let's go ahead and re-roll. So, Permafrost basically means that you can keep it in your hand. When you go to discard your hand at the end of every turn, it will just stay in your hand. So if you have one of those, like, utility cards that you don't need to use all the time, it's pretty good to give it Permafrost. Is that actually... Oh, deal... Nope. No, thank you. That's pretty good. That's like a big AoE spell. This heals us, though. It's a little bit less damage. It's actually a lot less damage, so I'm probably going to do it on the old Windmaker. We could do it on our restores, but I think I would rather have just the big ol' AoE spell. And then, is there anything else we want to make cheaper? I think I'm just going to make this cheaper. Just make it cost 0. And then, yeah, we'll call it a day. Go to our next boss. However, your Guardians have Spell Shield 5, so we're not hitting anything with an AoE, so that's kind of sucks. Fel empowers units with armor. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of armor on this floor. But that's okay. We can get through it. Oh, right. So we actually have to... So this is actually a good floor for the spike build. Because we have to get through these enemies first before we can get to the back enemy units. So, let's put down a Sentient. We'll put down one of our multi-strikers behind. And I don't want to put down one of my Animuses right away. 100 damage. Well, that doesn't matter because we're going to kill this anyway. I guess it doesn't... actually, it doesn't really hurt me to put this down here. And then... Well, it actually, these things all have spell shields, so let's actually just deal 10 damage to the boss. Okay, so now we have our Thorn Hall that we can set up here. Let's see. We'll still set up a quick unit on the top. I think I'm going to give quick here. The reason I'm not doing on the Animus is, like I said again, I actually want the Sentient to take damage, so that way it increase the damage of, the Sentient to take damage, so that way the Animus gets bigger. So let's go ahead and start setting up spikes. And we'll call it a day. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think I'm going to save the Fledgling Imp. I don't really want to throw it down yet. Don't really have a need to. We have another Animus that we could throw down. I guess I'm going to throw... Do I want to save the Animus? That's the question. I don't think I really care to. I think I'm actually going to set it up here, so that way when the boss comes up, we can deal some serious damage to it. And because that's the case, I'm actually going to put the Fledgling Imp here. It doesn't really help this turn, but the boss is going to go up to the first floor next turn, so I want to deal as much damage as possible. Basically to prep, so that way when the boss does enter, it's already weak, and it's not just going to, like, toast us because it has so much health remaining. Let's get a heal there. Ooh, see, I didn't pay attention to this. So triggers when you play a spell on this floor, gain armor 10. Okay. It's actually not a super big deal. But sometimes you gotta be careful of those things. Because this unit's gonna get roasted because of our quick units. I mean, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to... So I'm actually gonna do this. So I'm going to kill this unit here, so that way I can use this here. I mean, it's doing 100 damage. Boom. Right off the top. This unit's dead, so let's go ahead and set up another restore. Boom. Call it a day. Wait. Why didn't the boss go to the top floor? Huh. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Bramble Ash. Let's just take care of this front unit. Let's go ahead and heal up a little bit. Boom. We can get some big damage going on the boss there. And then, again, let's get some regen going so that way we can get some spikes building up. I think I'm just gonna let you, yeah, I'm just gonna let you deal damage. Okay, so here we go. Here's big damage. So let's go ahead, dark deal there, get some big damage, and then I'm gonna heal just to play it safe a little bit. I think I'm actually just gonna call it good. Well, I might as well deal this damage to the boss. There we go. So when you're building your decks, as opposed to thinking of your deck like you would any other card game where you kind of have to be flexible, you almost kind of want to build floors in your mind, because there is a certain sense of consistency to your deck that you want to keep. Like for instance, it would be really bad if like you're trying to build a Sentient and the Thorn Hollow on the same floor. So you kind of want to keep in mind, like, especially with a deck like this where we have our tanky units, like who's going to be your tanky unit, and then you have to pick units who have the same capacity or a capacity that will fit that floor. Now obviously they're going to be different clan builds that you can be a bit more flexible with, but there are certain builds that you do have to kind of keep floors in mind as opposed to the deck as a whole. But of course you also want the deck to work as a whole. It's a balancing act that you kind of need to keep in mind. Let's see here. Well, I suppose I'm just going to stack up a bunch of spikes here. Set up like a contingency plan in case our first floor falls, which I don't think it will. Yeah, definitely not. Especially once we do that. Especially once we do this. And this. And this. Alright, boss has got nothing. Yeah, boss did one hit and is dead. Like, that Amnis, man, I'm telling you, you get a unit like this and you build around it, and it's so good. Alright, so we get our 100 gold. Let's see, so we get X-Spells. X-Spells are going to consume all your embers. So, unfortunately, you can't choose what this is, so it's kind of got to be the last card you play on a turn. Draw X, apply -1 to those cards. And that does, I'm pretty sure that it does stay that way through the rest of the game. So if you were to discard them, the next time you draw them, they will be reduced as well. Double the amount of armor on a unit. Well, we don't have any armor cards, so that's pretty useless. Or apply +10 health and spikes 3, but that takes an entire turn. Not really a fan of any of those cards. Okay, so we've got plenty of draw. Now's the point where I'm going to take the extra mana or the extra embers. We still don't need healing. Offers a random selection of artifacts. These are usually pretty good. Yeah, and because I don't really need to purge anything, these are pretty rare to find. You usually only find 1, maybe 2 of these in a run. I'm going to go this way, especially because we have so much gold. These are going to be a lot more expensive than our usual upgrades. Friendly units enter with rage 3. That's okay, but it only really increases it for 3 turns. Add a friendly imp unit to your hand. Not great. Deal 2 damage whenever an enemy unit moves between floors. Also not great. So we're going to re-roll. Spikes deal +1 damage per stack. Yes. Considering we're a spike stack, very good. When a friendly unit is healed, deal damage equal to the front enemy equal to the amount healed. Yes. I would very much like both of those. All right. Let's go ahead. We don't need to heal. Let's get our random card. Or random benefit, I should say. It's not always a card. The train jerks to a halt to avoid the chaos portal that spontaneously appeared. The whirling pit tears apart everything around it, sucking in anything that gets too close. Do you throw something in? Purge a card, gain a card? Sure. Here, take a torch. What do I get? As if satisfied by your offering, the chaos portal reverses its pull, spewing out debris from all over hell. Through the mess, you can clearly see the realms of both the Awoken and the Hellhorn. A brief opening allows you to reach for one. You need to get a rare Hellhorn card or a rare Awoken card. I'm taking the rare Awoken card. I just like the Awoken cards more than the Hellhorn cards. Channel Song, consume, draw a unit, and apply +20/+20 and 0 mana. Holy moly. This card is not always good, especially considering we have so few units. But man, if we can get lucky and get one of those multi-strikers with +20 attack, oh boy. All right, let's go in for our last upgrade here. I'm going to go in for the Cultivate 2 because I really want to increase the attack of our Amnis. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up the floor. Ooh, this one's potentially scary. The reason why this one's so scary is because these guys have a lot of health, but you know what? I'm banking on that Animus. I think we can make through the floor. I think we got it. Healing is real tough, especially when you have that much health, but I think we got this. Yeah, these are both literally the same. And then we can go ahead. Ooh, you know what? You know what? You know what? All right, we're getting real ballsy here. We're just gonna like fully set up on the bottom floor, so that way literally nothing gets through. How do you make sure that nothing heals when it goes up a floor? You kill it before it can go up a floor. That's how. Give this quick. Give this quick. Put our quick unit up top. What do these do? Deal 5 damage to the front enemy unit. Okay, so we need to... But this thing has... Sures whenever a unit on this floor dies, gain 15 armor. Okay, that's not a big deal. Because this thing's going to die before it even matters. Yeah, we don't need any of this. So this will be... Our health here is going to be important to keep track of. Especially with so many of these dying, just dealing us... yeah, see, so this is kind of what I was worried about. We've already drawn all our minions, so this card is literally useless. Our last unit is actually here. So that's kind of one of the downsides. Really good in the opening hand, but unfortunately with this deck with so few units, kind of rough to work through effectively. Just go ahead and get some heals going here. I'm basically just going to set this up so that we have a sizable amount of regen here. I probably should have put that on our spike units and let the big heals for here, but, you know, so be it. Ah, we get our big heal anyway. We can go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and heal here. That doesn't really do anything. Neither does this because we want to actually build up. But we're losing a lot of health there. I'm actually okay with that. I'm okay with it. So, like I was saying, we kind of have to manage our Sentient's health. We don't want him to get too low here, and that's kind of the part we're starting to get to. Yeah, like these guys are going to do a lot of damage, so let's see here. Do this. Gets rid of that unit. Go ahead and get rid of this unit. Kill this. And then we'll get a little bit more restore going there. There we go. Let's just build back up now. Because as long as the Sentient stays alive, the boss has got nothing. The boss is going to die. Yeah, see, the boss has got nothing. What is the boss even going to do? We can just heal up. Boom. Yeah, let's go ahead and Rage 7. Yeah, let's see what you got. Did anything even go up a floor? I don't remember. I don't think anything even went up a floor. I think everything stayed on the first floor. Like, yeah, these Amuses are busted. All right, so we got restore 25 health plus drop +2 next turn, or another Bramble Lash, or restore 10 health to a unit and descend it. I'm taking this focus growth. Hopefully, we can reduce the cost. To imply Rage 3, we already saw the Transcendent. It's not that good. And we're not really crazy about the branding right. I mean, it's okay. It's 2 mana, heal 15, basically. But I'm just going to take the gold. Our deck is so streamlined, I don't really need extra cards like that. What's this? Oh, this is Hammer Chick? Well, how'd she work out for you? Were you able to work out all the kinks? Here, let me take a look. What in the 9 rings did you do to this thing? It looks like you tried to tear apart the rail with it, and then when that didn't work, you ran over it with the bone shaker to forget about it altogether? Ugh, it's going to take me a long time to get her back and healthy. A real long time. So I guess I'm coming with you. What? You're not going to let me come? 2 mana, trample at resolve, +1 on this floor. Hell yeah, you can come along. Wait, why does it say minus made to fit -3? Oh, so she's the only one that can be used on that floor, but after every turn she increases it +1. Yeah, you can come with us. It's another minion for our channel song. That's pretty cool. Forge units get gold. So this is the last chance we have to pick up artifacts because this is the last boss. So this is the last room we have. We could purge some stuff, but let's just go this way. Let's pick up some more gold. Let's see what we can forge. I'm going to give her more health since she's going to have to stay on the floor by herself for a long time. Okay, so before re-rolling, let's see. So first, let's look to duplicate a card. I am going to look to duplicate this Restoration Detonation, especially since it has holdover. We're going to get 2 of those every turn. All right, and then let's see what we can get for artifacts before we do any more upgrades on units. Sting spells get +10 magic power and piercing. We don't have any sting spells. We don't really care about the pyre at all, so we're not expecting anything to get up there. Whenever you play a spell that would ascend or descend, we don't have any of those. Before each battle, set pyre health to 50. That really doesn't matter because we're on our last fight. First time each turn a friendly unit is healed, draw 1. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and purge. Let's get these torches out of our deck. We don't need these. And I'm actually going to spend 1 more and take a restore out of our deck. Literally because we have 5, we don't need 5. And then, is there anything else we can... All right, let's upgrade there. And that's all we got. We could actually, you know what? We might as well re-roll. No, let's give our other quick unit +10 attack. There we go. Since this is the last run, we literally want to use our gold as efficiently as possible. That's why I started here, because we can just see like what's cheap, and then we can go to duplicate. I mean, this we could do in any order, but the next going to the artifacts, because these are going to be like really big boosts. Then we can do all the purges, get all the junk out, and then lastly, if there's anything we need to upgrade, we can go ahead and upgrade our units the last time. But now we get to fight the last boss of the run. Seraph attacks every turn, applies melee weakness to your front unit, and begins attack on rally and incant. All right, let's go for it. I'm ready. Here we go. So having 2 of these is going to be really important, especially since this guy is attacking every turn. Okay, and these birds are sometimes can be really tough. They have really low health, but they hit hard. Okay, let's see. Put our sentient down. We're just gonna heal up here. Yeah, let's start our multi-striker going. And then let's get our quick unit down. Unfortunately, we don't get heft down on that top floor, but that's not super... It's not like a super big deal or anything. And he's going to gain a lot of attack. If we're casting spells. Right? Because he gains Okay, so spells, not so bad. Only +1. Attack. Minions, really tough. Luckily, once we get a minion down, it's down. We don't have very many to worry about. Let's see. Let's get some regen going in this guy. Oh, right. I forgot the cloak. Whenever a friendly unit is healed, deal damage equal to the front enemy unit. That basically doubles the damage that this does. Okay, so there's not really anything else I want to do because I don't want to put anything on this top floor because this guy's just going to kill it. I need to get Hef there first. And I've already drawn my card. I actually want this guy to attack. Okay. That's all we can do. Okay, so we have melee weakness here. So we're gonna do this. Oh, but we have to be okay, so we have to be careful about spells on this floor. I still am gonna do this. I'm gonna prep for our multi-striker to get the extra capacity there. Okay, so I don't, if I can help it, I don't want to do anything on that floor. Okay, so the only... Oh, our only unit left is Fledgling Imp, so I actually don't want to use that. That's pretty bad. So let's go ahead and put Quick here, because that's free. Takes it out of the deck. We'll restore 25 health. Draw this. Okay, now we can actually... What other minions do we have? So we can get our Quick minion, our Multi-Strike, or Hef. Alright, let's see what we draw. Sick. So we draw Hef. That's awesome. So that means that now we can put Hef on this floor. And then we're out of embers, so we can go. Okay, cool. That was really good. Now she can start sparking and increase her capacity so our other units can go there on the top floor. Alright, let's see. So we don't really want to do anything on this top floor. So now we can worry about this floor. We don't have... we have 6 cards. Okay, let's see if we can get to... No, okay, I was gonna see if we could get to our multi-striker, but we can't do that. Okay, let's just set up another heal. Then we'll pass the turn. Okay, we got our multi-striker, so we can put that down here. Oh, let's see. You know, there's not really a lot I actually want to do. I mean, I guess I can set that up. But, yeah, there's, like, not really a lot that I want to do. I suppose, actually, you know what? Okay, so what I should have done was... Let's see, so I had the... Did I have the hammer last turn? I don't... No, I think that was a turn before. Okay, let's put our quick unit up here. Ooh, let's go ahead and restore here. I don't want to cast anything down there if I can help it. Okay, our top floor here is pretty good. Let's use a couple of these big bombs to just, like, clear out the floor. Because we got one wave remaining, so the boss is coming down next turn, so we want to make sure that we're as healthy as we can be. I'm also going to make sure that I can draw as many cards as I want, so that way we have as many options as possible. Okay, here we go. And there we go. That's the boss down. Like, yeah, these Amneses were insane. If you ever question multi-strike, why? It's insane, especially when it's multi-strike 2 and you get 3 attacks. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. So, that's the end of the run. So, what happens when you hit the end of the run? Stuff happens. Stuff happens. But at the end of the run, you get to see kind of like your whole result. You get to see how every single round went. You get to see your final points, your personal records. Now, because I've already max leveled both of these clans, I'm not going to get anything. But as you would go, you would get gold cards, basically upgrading your regular version of the cards to gold cards. And you'd also unlock other cards. Now, you're obviously not going to start the round every run with these new cards. But as you go, and like we did, we unlock new units and unlock new spells, you're going to be able to do the same thing. It just increases the card pool that you have access to that you can get during your run. But other than that, that's basically the game. Basically, you just keep going. You unlock new cards. You unlock new clans. There are, of course, other things you can do. There are challenges. So you can actually see what other players are challenging you to do, and they'll add in like other buffs or other debuffs and see how quickly you can challenge it. You can create a challenge and send it to your friends, which is something that would be really cool for me to put a challenge like onto our Discord, excuse me. And we could see like how fast you guys could clear it. That would be super awesome. So if you guys are picking up this game, or if you already have it and you know like how to play it, let me know, because that would be really cool to set up something like that with you guys. I've been having a lot of fun with this game. You're probably going to see more of this on this channel. We're going to be diving into more clans, more different types of strategies. You'll probably see more of this on stream. Let me know down in the comment section below if you did like it. But guys, that is going to do it for me here today with Monster Train. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell that we never miss a video. Of course, do join our Discord. Link will be down in the description below. But that's all I got for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.